Holy shit, my headset just snapped. Turn this music down a little bit. Oh my god, I'm afraid it's just gonna... I need some duct tape or something for it, maybe. Oh well. Figure that out later. For now... try and get some painting done. Alright. What do I want to work on today? Oops. Move that. Okay. Let's see here. I feel like I kind of want to do this one today. So I'm just gonna go for it. Gotta clean up some of these bits here. Fuck dog hairs. Jesus Christ. In no area of my life can I go without there being unwanted dog hairs. Alright, clean up some of this up here. That was a big piece, but it was very awkward. It needed to come off. Okay. I don't know exactly yet what kind of look I want to go for on this. I'm just gonna wing it, I think. I think it might be good to add a little brown variation on this one though, not go all gray. We've got this, but let's play with that one a little bit. What else do we got? Okay, and you know what, I'll fuck around. I'm not sure how I feel about a red toned brown, but you know what, well, maybe we'll mix it in with something else. Sorry, these ones don't have a ball in it, so I have to like smash it against my hand. Probably sounds super obnoxious. Now what I'm thinking, some of the striations in here I want to be more of a brownish color. Fuck it. Start getting some color poured out. This is a pretty big piece, so I'm gonna need quite a bit of this. So I'm gonna see. It's loose. There we go. Okay. Get some brown going too. And I kind of just want to get paint on these. I don't have a strong feeling yet. I feel like this one needs to be shaken no more. I don't have a strong feeling yet on what I want it to look like. So I'm just gonna let motivation take hold. See what we end up with. let's see here. I feel like this is going to be a very useful color in this one. Okay, I gotta shake these ones up too. I used them recently, but I guess it's smart to always shake it up. And I think I want a nice soft bright gray as well. Since it's such a warm brown, I feel like the contrast of some cooler tones could be really beneficial. So they're basically just two different shades of each other. And then instead of this guy, I'll use this one, I think. Okay. A little bit more. One's really watery. Alright, and then I'll set aside these shaders for right now. They don't need to sit up here. Put this guy back in here. That way I can also keep track of which ones are which. Okay. I think it's going to be easier to hit the brown first and then hit the other pieces. So that's what we'll start with. Front or back first? Okay, we'll start this way. Alright, and I want it to be able to penetrate pretty well. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to whatever concoction I end up making here of color. Grab some of this brown and mix it in, see what we got. Okay, alright. Go a little bit browner. That's a pretty light color. I'm looking for a little bit deeper. So I'm gonna hit it with a darker gray as well real quick. See what we got. Because that's a very light toned kind of gray, brown. Want something with a little bit more richness in it. There we go. Seems a bit better. Okay. Get started. A little bit more water because I want this to just very easily hit those points. There's a lot of crevices in this one. So I know even if this is really thin, I'm going to end up having to touch it up multiple times. So I'm not too worried about getting a very opaque coverage on this first round. But I want to make sure I can get as much of this done. I'm going to be a bit sloppier than normal because it doesn't really take precision, I don't feel like. That's the great part about doing landscape in a fantasy setting. It's pretty much whatever you want to make it. paint seems to be adhering pretty well, which is nice, even though it's really watered down, which is great. Happy about that. But damn, am I going through a lot of paint. To be fair, this is a very large piece to cover. There's probably a smarter and quicker way to do this, but you know what? I like the method I have, so fuck it. Sometimes with these nooks and crannies, I'm kind of having to hold it up really close to my face so I can make sure I'm getting it in there. One of these times I might have to consider a different setup for the camera. Sometimes it's hard to keep it in frame. And behind those stalactites is a little hard. Or stalagmites, excuse me, since they're on the ground. This light is a little bit bright, so it's kind of blowing the color out a little bit. When I get more paint on it, it should autofocus and correct a little bit to not be so aggressive. Need a little bit more water. It's getting kind of thick again, the paint. This is pretty soothing, actually. Especially doing like landscape like this instead of like people or monsters, because that requires a lot more precision. I gotta be really messy with this, which is nice. Because after I get a few of these key pieces painted, I desperately need to go try to fix the 3D printer. If I was smart, I would actually be listening or watching some videos right now to try and figure out how the fuck I'm actually gonna fix it, but you know what? This is my relaxing time, alright? I don't got time to be stressed out about that. Or, well, not time, but I got the whole rest of the evening to get upset about that. Right now, I just get to listen to this chill-ass, royalty-free music that constantly still gets muted, and paint this cool-ass shit. One thing I regret a little bit is that this cross part is looking more like wood instead of stone because it's brown. But you know what? I can come back in and fix that up later, adding in a bunch of those cool grays again. texture on it really just makes it look like wood instead of stone. It's the striation marks from the 3D printer, I think, that give it that sort of look. I'm actually gonna move this closer to me so I don't have to reach as far to get that paint. Alright, looking pretty decent. Add a little bit more in for here. Hit these top parts. Oh yeah, the brown is making that look like wood. Oh well, what you gonna do? Gotta commit to the decision. And then I'll come back in later and add in those cooler tones, those less organic tones. Okay. Looking pretty good. Alright, now we can switch to the other side. Hopefully it's dry enough I can handle it a little bit here and not run into any issues. Okay. Small ones. We'll do these small. Hit these small ones first. A little bit more water. What? Something I might be able to do. I feel like I've played with this a couple times, but I think it's actually going to be better if I can do like that, maybe. Ooh, and there is gonna be a beast to get. I wonder how other people deal with that, like the areas you can't reach. It feels like I should like fucking snap that shit and then glue it back together so I can actually reach back in there. I'm gonna put a little bit more gray in this again. It feels like it's starting to lean a bit too brown. see if we can get some paint down in there just to cover the sins of being able to actually paint back there. Okay. The way I'm holding it, that's going to be a difficult area to hit, but you know, it is what it is. Not too bad so far. Sorry, I think I keep lifting it too high. You know what I can do? I can angle that up a bit more. That way when I'm lifting it up, maybe. You know, eventually I'll get it figured out. Honestly, it's not like I got any technique or anything to actually show off here. More just to chill. Super excited to play again for the first time in person in so long. Oh my gosh. I have so much DM prep to do. My God. That's good though. Need to write out stat blocks. Finish building everything. Clean my house. That's a big part of it for sure. That's gonna be hard. That one I'll have to basically completely come back in and retouch, but I just need to get in this crevice. Crevasse. Not bad. Touch up the last tops of these. And then figure out how we want to make this look less like wood. Oh my gosh, my hands are shaking really bad. I think because I've been gripping with those two fingers. This should be dry enough for me to... Yeah, it's dry enough for me to actually handle. Oh no, these back areas. Oh no, no, we're just gonna swirl as much paint as we can in there. Get in there, paint. Nobody can see anyway, we just don't want to see glaring white spots, very obviously. So all we need you to do is just not be an obvious issue. This is called the stick it in there and swirl it around till it's covered in paint technique. It's a very advanced technique. Only the most skilled, the most trained, the most adept can even dare such a feat. For a Monday, this has been a good ass day. Got a lot done today. Got all my garden planted this weekend, so I basically spend my lunch outside watering plants, which doesn't seem fun, but I like it. Okay, I'm gonna hit this spot up here too a little bit. Okay. Alright. Not too bad so far. Not too bad. I think next... These. I think these should be a lighter color. Maybe these darker gray? Or should these be darker and this be lighter? Let me think about that. I feel like these should be lighter. I'm gonna go with that. Let's go. I'm gonna make another custom mix spot here. I'm gonna grab, I think, a touch of this actually. See what that gets us. Kind of a sandstone kind of color. Oh, I actually kind of like that for these. Maybe a touch gray with that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Alright, fuck it. We'll go for it. I want it to blend, so I'm making this this is very wet when I'm putting it on. So then I can go back in and kind of blend these two colors together once I get the color actually on there. Once I get all the paint off the brush and I have most of the product actually onto there, then I can go back in. Brush got a little messy there. I should be able to go back in and blend these together just a little bit so there's not like a harsh line. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Get some more of that. It'll be a little bit more difficult when I go to the other side because the other side has had more time to dry. almost out of paint to put on there. Start blending in a second here. Okay, we'll hit this bottom layer too and then do the blend all in one go. Okay, clean that off a little bit, dry the brush, make sure it's not completely dry, and then blend and marry those colors together a little bit. Thank you, makeup, for teaching me about blending. Alright, not bad. I do want to, though, touch up here just a little bit. Got a little bit too blended here, and I want that more bright offset color. Okay, that's what we're looking at so far. Let's see if I can get it in frame. I do think I need to reintroduce a little bit of that color back right here where it got a little muddied. There we go. That's one reason I wasn't too worried about making sure that there was the coverage, because I know I'm gonna have to come in multiple times to kind of touch up certain areas, kind of reinforce the colors I want, reblend, reinforce. It's kind of a natural bit of that back and forth. There. And then since I reinforced it, I need to go back and blend it together just a little bit again. Okay, so that's not looking too bad. I'll do these small pillars next. Kind of a big brush to be working in this area, but you know what? I'll just be a little bit more delicate. Not looking too bad. Excuse me. I almost swallowed my gum there for a second on accident. Almost out of this color. I'll have to remix some. I actually need there's an area in there I can see that I need to touch and reinforce, but it's, there we go. Just needed a smaller brush to get in there. Okay. Alright, so now I think we got pretty good coverage of the paint. I think I just need to go back and blend just a touch. I'm gonna stick with this smaller brush for a minute here. I thought I could get away with being a bit cheeky and using that big brush, but it really was just causing more problems. Even though I'm looking for some, you know, want to get through it without taking too much time. In the end, it was costing me more time trying to rush it. I'm actually going to add a little bit of that color again because it's dried a bit on me. I'm going to make sure it's actually getting blended. Oh, I need to reinforce where I bumped. Just touch that up a little bit. There. Not too bad there. I really don't like this part, but we'll get to that in a minute. Okay. I do need to mix some more of that color though. Let's hope I can manage to mix another batch that will match. Used a bit of this. See what we got. And I believe I added the really cool toned gray. Let's get a little water. Thin that out a little bit. I believe. Didn't I? I feel like I scooped some of this. Wow, pretty good. Pretty good match. Ooh, fuck, I've been sitting cross-legged. My damn leg is falling asleep. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. All the blood's going back into my foot. Oh god. I'm gonna have to stand for a minute. Holy shit. I didn't realize my foot was falling asleep. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to grab it by... It's dry enough. I'm gonna have to grab it by this portion and do some upside down action. Okay. Just getting that paint on there. We'll do a couple layers and then come back in and blend. Still have a little bit of paint on here, so don't want to forget underneath. Okay. Clean that off. Make sure it's still a little wet so we can blend it. Oh, actually. There we go. blend that into the browner color a little bit. We'll start losing some of that more wood appearance. Need some more water. This is going to be a little bit harder. I might have to come back one more time just because this side has completely dried while the other side, the paint was still wet, so it would blend better. Okay, I think I can sit back down again. Whoa, I need way more water. That is not nearly thin enough. I'm going to add, I want a little bit more depth to this color, so I'm going to add a little bit of this brown gray. Just to get a little bit more richness to the tone. I hear the pitter-patter of some puppies downstairs. I can only assume that they are getting into trouble. It's kind of their MO. Not bad, not bad. Next layer. I think this is the way to go. Do a ring, dry brush it, or not dry brush it, but blend it. Next layer. Hi, BB. That is a good puppy. Uh-oh. I can tell you want to cause a ruckus. I can tell you have murder in your heart. Did you see an animal out there? I can tell you want to murder. I have a little bit too much paint on this brush right now to still be able to blend, so I'm probably going to do part of this next level because I don't want to waste the paint. Okay, now we're at a good point to blend. I know I'm gonna have to go let you outside so you can probably find another snake to murder, huh? Okay. One moment. The doggeth calleth. Alright. Alright, that's a doggo taken care of. Alright. Let's get back to where we were. I think I needed to... Okay, I need to reinforce this level. Let me mix a little bit more paint while I'm doing that. Okay. The nice thing too by streaming is I can get a sense of how long it usually takes me to paint these, because I am rubbish at keeping track of time myself. It's been what, almost, it's been like 45 minutes or so of painting this guy. This is a big one. Last time I got through several different pieces in that amount of time.
You were on the right track, you were on the right path. A black door in the forest isn't here to taunt us, cause it's going nowhere. You gotta move on, cause shadows in the dark are always coming towards you. Red eyes in the night, you put them out of sight. Don't be paralyzed, move on to Nirvana or Shangri-La
Or Valhalla.
Cause if you stay in limbo, you'll decay.
Yeah, getting that good. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. It's coming together nicely. So far, so good. Okay, let's do another level.
Try and see the forest from the trees. Don't be paralyzed, move on to Nirvana.
A little bit more water.
Or Shangri-La or Valhalla. Cause if you stay in limbo, you'll decay.
Oop, oh my gosh. I almost dunked it. Oh shit, I kind of fucked that up. That's alright. It is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and finish painting this bottom area and then blend them. Clocks are right twice a day. It's the good part of nobody being here. I can sing and it don't matter. Oh, damn it. When I was moving it, I just jammed it right. That's okay. We'll cover that up. It won't matter. That won't matter. Paint is only as permanent as you allow it to be. I just hope I don't lose some of this highlight. I might have to come back and reinforce it, but when I go to use some shader.
You had to run away, run for your lives. You never had to say, fought for your life. Innocent engineer made a new life.
Okay, there's one spot that really needs to be touched up because it is bad. There. Alright, I gotta do something here. I feel like if I add more gray to this remaining mix. And then hit it. I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should sponge it. Let's try that. What's the worst that happens? It fucking sucks? So far I'm not mad. Gotta figure out where I can touch it right now. I kind of need to do underneath too. Can I grip it here? Okay. Okay. Then let's get just a touch in here. Just get those edges and spots that I can't get into with the sponge. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about it though. I feel like... Okay, here's my thought. Hear me out. If I do these a darker gray, I think I hit that darker gray too. I think that's the play here. I'm gonna bring this over here and some of this. It's still way too light. I did not like what color that made. Okay. I gotta mix something else up. You know what? I might be able to. Okay, let me think color wheel real quick. Let's try. Oh shit, I didn't mix it. Sometimes when I shake these, I'm really afraid I'm gonna fling paint across my room. Okay. Okay. This should. Let's see what we got here. No, I added way too much red. Alright. That's okay, sometimes it happens. I didn't quite get the palette I was looking for, so you know what, we'll just remix a little bit. That's not too bad. That was more of what I was looking for. So we'll do a touch of this. Touch of water. Thin that out a little bit. There we go. That was more of what I was looking for. Very technical. Stick and swirl. Yeah, okay. I think that's gonna work out well. And then, how do I want to do it up there? I'll probably sponge it again, so it's not a completely opaque coating there. I feel like this is not my playlist. What is this song? Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Oops. There we go. All right. quick and easy application. I feel like using water helps thin the paint when you're going to do layers as well, so that you don't lose a lot of the nice definition in the miniature. Especially when it's something textured like this, like rock, you know? Some drawbacks, longer to dry. Gotta wait in between layers more to do anything, but you know what? Everything has its trade-offs. Oh, that's so bad. I don't know how to get in there though. I might have to use the smaller brush to try and hit these damn crevasses. They're always getting me. Yeah, one of those. I don't even think that this brush is narrow enough to get in far enough to get all of it, but you know, I can get some of it at least. Can only do it as much as I can do. Words to live by. Wisdom of the century. Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck! Yeah, there we go. Nice. Some paint got on one of the other areas that I kind of am considering completed. It was still wet enough I could just add water and brush it off, which is nice. Okay. You know what? I need that little brush for one more spot over here. Look at it. Alright, I think that's about as good as that gets. I just need to hit it to get some texture on it. We'll dry brush a lighter color over top of it in a minute, but before that, I want to try to use some of this color. In this arch spot that I'm still not very happy with. Maybe it would be easier to dry brush it than it would be to sponge it. Yeah, I think it's going to be easier to dry brush it. Sometimes the sponge is great, sometimes I think it only really works on mostly flat surfaces, otherwise it kind of just turns into a pain in the ass. Okay, let's take some of this paint, dab it off, and hit this. Damn, I do not like how that is turning out. I feel like the more I fuss with it, the more I don't get a clear picture of how I want it to look. So I just keep messing it up. As I keep fucking with it. Fucking with it probably isn't working out well. Let's fuck with it some more. It is what it is. I think I'm done with it. Okay. I think all I have left is to dry brush a lighter gray over this, just a touch. I feel like it's not dry enough to do that yet. So, instead, I might give everything else a good wash. Okay. I think I don't want to lean any more into the brown. Originally, that was my plan. I was going to use kind of a brown shader, but I feel like at this point that will give it too much of a wood appearance. If I'd done more gray and then done that, I think that'd be fine. So instead, I'm going to stick with a black. Okay. I gotta make sure it doesn't pool too much. I feel like I got paint. Something wasn't dry. So we'll avoid that lower area for now. Come back to it. I feel like I keep hitting the paint spot and it's fucking up the shader. There we go. Give it that nice wet kind of look too that a cave has. Okay. I'm starting to think I should let it dry for a bit longer before I do any more shader. I keep hitting areas of wet paint. Okay, so let's work on, what time is it? I feel like there's a lot more I want to still get done, so I could work on getting this guy done. I feel like this is kind of a big project though. I could hit it all with a gray at least, so that it gets a chance to dry. That's an idea. Clean it up a little bit first. This is a very big piece to paint. Make sure I get the paint out of these others. Yeah, while that guy dries in the background. Leave him for now. Get this guy coated in gray. I feel like I should be able to take basically all these colors, mix them together, and then add more gray so I don't waste any of this paint. My blue. I have a super fucked white I might try to use up a bit of in this, because it is bad and it needs to get thrown out. So water just to make it spread really easily. I feel like it'd be smarter for something like this to have like a spray paint for a base color, but you know what? This is fine. Be a pain in the ass to spray this anyway, so. This is a very cool print. I was really pleased when I found this one. What a cool piece. Get a lot of coverage in very quickly. It's taking the paint pretty decently well also, which is nice. So many nooks and crannies in here. Crevasses.
Door in the forest isn't here to taunt us, cause it's going nowhere. You gotta move on, cause shadows in the dark are always coming towards you. Red eyes in the night, you put them out of sight.
The back isn't nearly as interesting as the front, but you know what? That's okay. Making good progress. Some more water. So much. This is so much coverage. But at least it doesn't have a bunch of the... It has some crevasses, but nothing like the other piece we just worked on. Holy shit. It's annoying when something has areas that you like literally can't reach. I get that it makes sense for some models, like it just, you know, that's how they're laid out, that's like anatomically correct or anything like that, but sometimes it's just a pain in the ass. Oh my god. Okay, I'll have to deal with that part later. Ooh, we've gone through a lot of paint on this so far. We'll just hit that, so if you see it from the back, it doesn't look bad. Some more water. I'm so pleased with how this is taking paint, though. It's actually going really well. No primer, just right on there. Oh my gosh, we're like halfway. That's it. Holy moly. Woo! Oh my gosh, my foot's gonna fall asleep again if I don't watch out. Whew, okay. Please don't let me miss any spots. I'm gonna need to mix up more paint again. This was so much paint too, holy moly. Okay, I don't want to be the colors to be too far off from each other, so I'm gonna have to mix it now. So I can try to match it. It's not the color I wanted. Ow, 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 ow. My leg's falling asleep again. Oh no, crevasses! Not more crevasses. New angle. Maybe we can reach some of these a little easier this way. Okay. Okay. All right. Making some good progress here. On all that is holy, please don't let me miss a spot. Need a little water. All right. Whew.
Time to rewrite my story.
good, doing good. Let's finish the back, and then we'll go to the front again. Okay.
Time to rewrite my story. I feel like I don't really say what regret is the hell of a drug to condemn for all of these thoughts erased in my head. Feels like I'm suffering.
The problem with the fact that I had to switch paints partway through or mix up a new blend is some of this gray doesn't match the other gray. But you know what? Not all stone matches, so fuck it. You know? Make the best of it. I can't believe how much more paint I had to mix up for this. I thought I had enough.
Hey, I wanna go now. Hey, cover the storm now. And I wanna go and take what I own. Should've done it long ago. Hey,
Can I grab any side of this yet? No. Damn.
flying out so sky high. Maybe gravity is my guide. And I don't care where I fall. I'll be better off for it. I just need to spread my roots. Hey, find a place I can bloom. And
I have to.
and running out of
Ooh, shit.
nobody knows how many minutes.
Oh, that's what I'm afraid of, is I'm gonna look at a random angle and then realize I missed a huge spot. Do a little spin spin. Hi, Gooby. What a sweet boy he is. Okay. Okay. Pretty good. Not bad, at least. Okay. Now we'll switch. We'll let this guy dry while we work on our... Is there a semi-dry spot I can... There. Not really, but just make sure I don't put any fingerprints on this next one. Okay. Alright, now we just need to do shader on this guy. And hopefully we'll be looking grand. Oof. Nice. Move around here for a little bit, get comfy. Okay.
Just trying to gaze into each other's mind. The pages making us blind. We'll hide from the outside. Gaze into each other's minds. Our past will leave behind. But eyes we try to hide. And I can't break free from the scars that you hold on me. Deception of the mind's taking over me. Take it as it comes. Feeling kinda numb. Medicate so
I want a lot of texture in this, so very thick with the shader.
just trying to gaze into each other's mind. The pages making us blind. We'll hide from the outside.
Any pooling is actually pretty fine. It'll just look like, you know, dank water kind of dripping in a cave, which is exactly what we want.
Gaze into each other's mind. The pages making us blind. We'll hide from the outside. Gaze into each other's minds. Our past will leave behind. But eyes we try to hide. Gaze into each other's mind. The haze is making us blind. We'll hide from the outside. Gaze into each other's minds. Our past will leave behind.
There's like a controlled chaos to this part. You can't really be precise, but also it's not just painting a base coat. I was actually having this conversation with my husband about flipping pancakes, and like, you just have to have confidence when you do it, otherwise it's just over. You just like have to commit. I feel like that's kind of what this is too. You kind of have to just commit to doing it. Because doing it halfway doesn't pan out well. Unless you're going for a very specific effect. Wow, I'm pretty happy with how that is looking. I am pretty happy with that, honestly. It'll dry a little bit differently, and some of it won't quite look right because of the light reflecting off of the wet parts, but damn, I think that turned out good. Okay, we can take that, let it dry back here. Honestly, I feel like some dry brushing on this might be about all it needs. Even if I sponge it, it might actually turn okay. I wasn't really planning on finishing this one today, but I might just try. See what we get. Oh shit, I got red on my paintbrush. That's definitely not what I want to add to my stone. I mean, maybe some blood, but not a lot. Okay. Some of this is still wet, so I kind of gotta be careful here, but... Getting there. Getting closer. I was really not planning on finishing this one today, but you know what? We're kind of on a groove right now, so. Okay, let's add a little bit more. I think I just gotta commit and hold it. Oh no, I got red on it again. I keep thinking that's dried on the palette, and it's definitely not. We'll just for simplicity's sake, I'll just use a different brush for a second. Glad I can use up the rest of that old shitty paint. not too worried about making the back look as textured and completed because it's not really intended to be looked at. But just a little bit. Probably won't use shader on the back though. Let's see what we got. Alright, not bad. I'm not mad at that. Especially because it still needs to dry. And I still need to use a shader on it to really bring back some of that texture. Let's get our sponge cleaned up. This paint, this is just, it is just, I don't know if you can, oh, it is done. It is donezo. I think I need to give it a bit longer to dry before I hit it with a shader. Otherwise it might just blend and meld together instead of giving us that nice definition. Because I painted it so vigorously, there's a few areas in these crevasses that crevasses that I really want the texture to show and that shader to really pool. So I don't think until it's dried for a bit, I don't want to fuck with it. So let me finish getting these paintbrushes cleaned up a bit.
That's what she said. That's what she said. Thought we were alright. just a waste of time. That's what she said. That's what she said. How'd I never know? How'd it go so wrong? I used to laugh at how slow I would drive, but now you're always flashing me red lights. I remember before sneaking through the back door, 'cause I left my keys back inside. It used to be romantic, but now we're just
Alright, I'm actually really pleased with how this one turned out. 1 second. I think that turned out really good. It's still drying and messy in a few areas, but I'm happy with that. And then this guy here is still actively wet. Definitely needs to finish drying before I hit it with anything else. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out. I think I saw 1 or 2 people pop in, so thanks. I never really know how to end this, so yo, chill, and what? Have a good night.
They're just friends, I'm pretty sure the friends don't lie.